Hey, girl.
The first pair of glasses I had before this lasted fucking. They were taped on both sides, the middle. They had like fucking super glue in between the crack. They were bad. They were real bad.
Anyway.
I think we're ready to go if anyone wants to start us off.
Hey, yo, girl. Do you go to ground? Because you're rather electrifying. It just came to me, okay? Fuck off.
Maybe don't let it come to you ever again. That's terrible. That's bad.
You should say something else.
I guess I will start us out. Whenever I introduce you, Phil, I'll just say it's Phil, and if you want to give like a brief description of who you is, what you do, all that jazz, and if you want to plug your Twitch, you're more than welcome to. All right.
Love it.
And then we'll give you a plug, if you know what I mean.
Of the butt kind.
Yeah. You read 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh, I love this.
Audiobooked it? Uncomfortable.
Just like the retarded kid at the back of the bus who won't shut the fuck up. We're still here, annoying the fuck out of yous.
I think you need to go louder.
I know, but I can only go so loud before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Deanie.bitch.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did you get a new cat?
Intro now. Anyways,
all right. So
evening, everyone.
you wanna restart that one?
No, just keep it in. Keep it in.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep it in. Anyways, we're Mental Morons. It's Sunday, fun day, Jesus Day, whatever you want to call it. And currently, we're decided to talk about some usual shenaniganry. Well, I don't know. We'll get there where we'll get there. Let's do intros like usual. So, diversity hire as usual. His name is Beef Pilgrimus.
I have spent nothing but the past 4 or 5 days drinking straight water, no caffeine, no alcohol, no nothing. So to celebrate, Mountain Dew hard liquor. Let's do this.
What? He chose two evils and combined them. Soda and alcohol. What a champ.
Not
and then
bad.
next we have Editor in Queef, or as I like to call him, my dad. Because looking at him upsets me. It's bad.
That's good. That's
It's
a good
bad.
one.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll drink to that.
You drink
Friggin'
to
Disaronno.
anything. A fucking deer could diarrhea out over a cliff and explode and you drink to it.
Hey, it's less shit to clean out of the frickin' carcass whenever you put it over the fire. You know, fuck
he's
it.
got a point.
You know what? I'm not going to finish that. There's me, autist savant, as usual, your guide in our world of autism. And now I'm going to stare until it gets awkward.
It's already awkward, bud.
And then there's Dalton. And we dropped off the previous fat guy we had, and then the previous dead guy we found, it turns out he was half dead. So we resuscitated him with gravy and nacho cheese, and it turns out he's actually kind of a nice guy. So, welcome our guest, Phil.
Yeah, Fat Man 2.0.
Cheesesteak!
Billy cheesesteak.
What's going on, boys? What's going on? Thanks for having me. Definitely
Hey,
looking forward to this.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Anyways,
Bro's been
all right.
here for 5 minutes, and Connor's done nothing but call him fat. Like,
It's calling a spade, you know? God forbid he called me skinny, you know?
You're so skinny, Phil. It's adorable. What did you say? I would actually love to meet a skinny person who gets angry at being called skinny. Like, they legit rage out and try to kill you for it.
anyway, what's our topics?
Topics, my left nut, my right nut, and the third nut.
I was supposed to say the middle nut.
The middle nut. No.
Squirrel stampede!
Anyways. Okay, first topic is conspiracy time. We all love a good conspiracy theory here and there, so we're going to talk about a few, like usual. Ben, for the second topic, has pulled up something called the Stargate Project. So that'll be interesting. I know nothing about it, and I just tried to make a wide vagina joke, but I failed. So just use your imagination, pretend it was funny. And of course, to round it all out, we're going to talk about some history that has a little splash of holy fuck, what is that and why?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's today's topics.
Fucked up history.
So with that, let's bounce into it. Who's got the first conspiracy?
I mean, whoever's
I do.
got one, I got one. I
That's
want to
what
talk
I'm
mad shit
All right.
about one of
for it.
mine.
All right,
So
you know
I'm
what?
gonna-
Go for it.
Because I'm trying to think of ones I haven't talked about.
Yeah, no, we've talked about conspiracy theories quite a bit because I love conspiracy theories because, well, they're fun. Like my one of there's people who block traffic in Austin so that way, like, you take the toll roads and pay more money for them. I feel like that's a thing that happens. But my conspiracy theory that I want to talk about.
I was making fun of you saying bye.
No,
Wait, were you mad at Ben or me?
It was Ben. You were fine. You're doing great, Connor. But mine I want to talk about today is the flat Earth conspiracy theories. Normally, I love siding with
It's
conspiracy
time.
theories, but today I'm not going to, and I'm just gonna talk mad shit about any dumb motherfucker who thinks, yeah, the Earth is flat.
If
Because
you
I don't
think-
understand your arguments.
If you think there's a flat Earth, then you have a flat brain. All right, that's
100%.
scientific fact.
Like, I feel like your brain is completely flat, smooth as it is.
Yeah,
smooth brain.
they ironed out all the wrinkles in there, man.
Yeah, if you think
Now
Earth
the
is
neurons
flat-
can just go anywhere they want.
I think if you think the Earth is flat, I think that Connor can beat you in a math-off. So
I decided to type flat Earth theory, and one of the things to come up, flat Earth theory, but in Hindu.
So the flat earthers believe that it's the heliocentric. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it.
Heliocentric.
No, Helian with E N,
Oh.
not helio. Helio is circle. Helian is like flat. But they believe the world is flat as per like the Bible, which it never says in the Bible that it was flat. I don't understand.
It never
But anyway.
did. Nope.
Yeah, but anyway, it's one of those things that I don't understand the arguments behind it, because it's like, oh, they have an ice wall around Antarctica, and if you go there and look over it, you can see like the everything on the sides and blah blah blah. But it's like,
Yeah, we're supposedly in a dome that's like encased in us. And I was like, who built the dome? They're like, God built the dome. I'm like, so this all-encompassing God doesn't, like, why would he go?
secondly,
I'm mad.
why?
You made me mad. Your first talk made me mad.
But why? Even then, like, why would the government? What would the government get out of hiding this from us? Like, how would they literally benefit from this? It's like,
The lols.
probably. Could you imagine?
Well, maybe
the government's like, lol, let's fuck
Maybe
these
because
people,
back
it's
when
actually
they
flat."
thought the Earth was the center of the universe, if it was flat, then God was just using us as the boggle, like the little clicker with the dice in it. Now it
Yeah.
makes sense. See, now I'm on their level, which in order to be on their level, you have to think everything is level. I
Yeah.
also love it when people try to prove it flat and they prove
Yeah,
it
every time.
round. Every time.
Like, people have known the Earth is round for fucking centuries, and the whole like thing that, oh yeah, they believed it was flat. No, that's wrong. They knew it was fucking round. Like, in
Dude,
fact, with
Such a
Columbus,
backslide, man.
yeah, with Columbus's stuff, they were like, they didn't believe the Earth was flat. They just believed that the ocean was so massive you couldn't go around long enough. Like, there was nothing back there. That's what they believed because they knew the size of the planet.
Yeah.
But nobody thought, hey, there might be another landmass over there. Like,
Hey Dalton, would you like a name to point out for who started it again?
yo, go for it.
In the modern era, I'm reading this from Wikipedia, quoting it exactly from the article. In the modern era, the pseudoscientific belief in a flat Earth originated with the English writer Samuel Rowbotham with the 1849 pamphlet Zetetic Astronomy. Lady Elizabeth Blount established the Universal Zetetic Society in 1893, which published journals about it. And then in 1956, Samuel Shenton set up the International Flat Earth Research Society, better known as the Flat Earth Society, from Dover, England, as a direct descendant of the Zetetic Society.
Many Blothams have died making the flat Earth thing.
Praise be to I farce.
Bro,
at least,
it's even worse if they're British.
At least Scientology gets paid.
At least Scientology kills people. Come on.
You say like most of this originated in the 1950s.
Yes.
So you think there was a group of people that genuinely thought the Earth was flat? Or do you think this was we just got out of war? What's next in life?
I think it was just fucking with people, honestly. Like,
That's
it was
how I
right
feel
after,
sometimes.
like right as soon as they were doing all of that, like you said, like when the society was made, like Sputnik was a thing, like in that era, like at that time, and it's like the Russians knew for sure. So I think what it was is just like anti-Russian propaganda. It's like the Russians, like, oh look, the Earth is round. These guys are like, no.
If you look back at it, though, it all stems from a fucking research paper in the 1860s or some shit.
Yeah.
It starts off in the 1800s. It takes a fucking in a whack job in the library, runs across it because it's fucking documented somewhere, and he's like, "Mother of God, I must tell someone," and that's where it all starts.
Like, it's straight up, in the early Egyptian and Mesopotamian thought, the world was portrayed as a disk floating in the ocean. And a similar model is found in a Homeric account in the 8th century BC, which Eikonos, the identified body of water surrounding the circular surface of Earth, is begetted of all life and possibly of all gods. So they believed that the gods were beyond that ice sheet.
Yeah, but I also get you if you, as just an ancient person, you're on this fucking island.
Yeah.
And you walk the entire island, and that's all you know. Like, this is Earth. Everything else behind, next, can't see nothing. And there's not like there's fucking the Straw Hat Pirates. I'm watching a lot of One Piece,
So we're fucking around on a disc that's surrounded by an ice wall. Anyone else thinking of Game of Thrones with that shit?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it's very Game of Thrones.
We're all fucking get sent to the Night Watch. That's where like fucking Tupac and them are at. They got the Night Watch duty.
Dude, the fucking Flat Earth Society hasn't gone bankrupt because George R.R. Martin's tossing them fucking wads of cash.
I've had just the most out of nowhere autistic splurge of an imagination when Matt said that's where Tupac is. I just picture Tupac and Biggie at the giant wall in just large coats being cold and then just quoting Red vs. Blue. Say, Biggie, yeah, you ever wonder why we're here? And now that image is stuck in my head.
No, I mean, why are we here at this ice wall? Because we gotta stop the mortals from coming over. Okay.
Now, fuck them.
Man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, so the conspiracy theory, which I hate, and I think is the dumbest one ever, like, I would rather go to church and listen to Christian hymns before I listen to a flat earther talk about his bullshit.
Hey, there's more facts in a Christian hymn than
that is true. There's a lot more facts in the Bible than there is a flat earth. 100%.
What about a Christian hers?
Can you imagine a flat earth Christian?
Oh my God.
God
No.
face sat on earth and
I
made it flat. Praise be
Guarantee
his
you
booty
that
cheeks.
exists.
No,
I
it
guarantee you
does. I'm sure it
there's
does, 'cause
overlap to
like
that shit.
Ken Ham, like whatever that dude, who's like a fucking straight up creationist who will fight you 100% on everything. That dude probably believes in a fucking flat earth.
He really hams it up.
Yeah, he does. He really does. And I give Ben this joke because I fucking hate Ken Ham. Like, I don't hate, like I've stated, I don't hate Christians. I don't hate their beliefs. I just hate when they're just like avid assholes about it. That's the worst ones. So yeah, flat earth sucks. The conspiracy theory's dumb. And I had to come out and say it again for like the umpteenth time.
Do you think flat Earth people think about it being a hollow flat Earth? is that
Like a hollow earth, but a hollow flat earth? Like
if you
it's
go
got,
down
like,
one
layers.
side, you pop up the other side because you got transported over the dome in an instant.
Then you got fat fucks like Biggie being all like, "Hey, yo, is that shit cream filled?" Like,
I'd like to
Wow.
think he wasn't
I
that
think Biggie
kind
Smalls
of
the dead,
kill
you
Ben in his
sick
sleep
fuck.
tonight.
just wakes up. It's time for you to get the doo-doo special.
But yeah, no, every time a flat earther tries to prove that the Earth is flat with their experiments, they prove that it's fucking round. There's actually a guy who apologized because he went to the Arctic, did all of the stuff, and found out, it is round.
but then he tried to debunk what was debunking him.
Yeah, because he's retarded.
I like how none of them are pilots either. There's not a
Like-
pilot flat earther out there, dude.
There's a bunch of dudes who were like, well, why do all the planes go from go up and over? Because they see the map, like as we see it, like on
Yeah.
Google Maps or something. Like, why do they go up over like the Pacific Ocean into Maine? It's like, well, first off, that's the shortest route from Europe to America, because America doesn't sit like it sits at an angle in comparison to like what everybody else sees it. Like Maine is actually like close as fuck to Africa. It's closer to Africa than Florida is.
Not to
I'm
mention,
pretty sure that's right.
not to mention, if those uncultured fucks knew any goddamn thing about air travel, they would know about trim adjustment. You fucking adjust the trim on your airplane so that you don't eventually start going up because of the fact that you're going around a spherical fucking object.
Yep.
Hey Ben.
Like, Jesus Christ.
He's right though. He really is.
Hey Ben.
What?
I see no borders up here.
That's also true. But that's also true because like you look down, man. The only borders you can see are, like the land borders.
Only Ben knows what I meant by that.
Fucking Ace Combat Zero reference. I absolutely love that. Dude, we still gotta play 7
We do.
together. We do.
Yeah. So okay, I was right. Yeah, Maine is actually closer to Africa than Florida is.
Yeah. You
So
bless
that's
the reins on
fucking
it.
wild.
Right? It's literally
So where Egypt is.
it's 3,000 miles and Florida's 4,000 miles. It's literally a 1,000-mile difference.
Yeah.
The world is a fun, interesting place. It's like the north of Texas.
The
It's like in
north?
the state, the north.
The
north
nerve.
of Texas is
The
like
north.
almost the same latitude as like Massachusetts almost.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you about the north of the North Pole. That's a scary place.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the north of the south. I'll tell you
We're
what.
all really close into banning distance to me right now. Especially you, Ben. You're on thin ice.
Oh, I'm on the ice wall already? Fuck.
Yeah, you're on the ice wall, Ben. Is it flat or is it round?
Hold on. I'm gonna take my phone. I'm gonna record the drop off.
I just see him dropping his phone, and that's the last video ever he got.
I can't keep this face up for long.
No one's making you.
Goddamn.
So yeah, that's my conspiracy theory, and it's wrong, and it's dumb, and it's stupid, and I hate you.
You might have
It is-
actually
it
changed
is-
the one I was going to talk about.
What's up?
Because I was going to talk about the Denver airport and how like people conspire that it is like the hub for Illuminati.
Yeah, but
You
that one
brought up
still it still works.
Christianity and religion. And there's one that I've always been tied to, is that God, as the Christians know him, is actually Loki from Norse mythology.
Yo, bro, I've actually had the same theory.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure
So
I've said
the-
it on this podcast
The
before.
big deal is the way it's portrayed. Like people theorize that Loki killed off the other gods, right? That's how it's portrayed in Norse mythology. That he killed Thor, he killed Freya, and the rest of them. Right?
Actually, Freya lived, but he's the reason a lot of them died. Yes,
Yeah, left himself in
because of
power.
Ragnarok.
And then the big deal is if they speak or believe in another god, they would regain their power. It would bring them back up. And so that's why a lot of people theorize that he's actually the all-being or all-knowing God, if you will, saying not to idolize anyone, not to worship or praise anyone other than him. That way no other gods can rise back to power.
Bro,
He can stay.
It's good to see that my theories have gotten
I'm
elsewhere
telling
to
you.
other people.
It's like
because I
it's
straight up came with
crazy to
that like
think
3
about.
years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound incredulous almost, but at the same time, I can see where like the kind of big like hitch for it would be, like the whole hey, don't praise other gods, don't have
Well,
that.
Mine was that he
They-
was both God and Satan, just being a dick.
They need to redo the Passion of the Christ with Tom Hiddleston.
He's
But
on the
yeah,
cross.
no,
He's
like-
got that goofy face, like
Like as you're saying, like mine was that he is God and Satan, and he's just been playing both sides like Emperor Palpatine this whole fucking time. Like,
Like one of those circus
Like-
performers that's half a woman, half a man on the side, and they do their little duet.
that's very much a Loki thing. But to be fair, the actual Norse version of Loki is very muddled because, like, when they wrote the Poa Edda, it was one of those where they very villainized him and gave him like a very kind of like Satan role, because in Christianity there's always a good and evil, And a lot of Zoroastrianism, a lot of the descendant religions from this does exactly that. But a lot of the old pagan gods, they didn't really have like a good and evil ideology. They had just like, that's just how people, like just, personalities and quirks and stuff. Like they never said it as like that. So when Christian scholars made it, they made him evil. But in all reality, a lot of the actual oral stories is he's usually just fixing the bullshit of the gods. Like he was a trickster, yeah, he like fucking around, but he also ended up fixing all of their bullshit.
It's like Satan said in the South Park movie, without evil there can be no good, so it must be good to be evil sometime.
Hell yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
Dude, those songs are like, that movie's great.
That's fucking legit.
By the way, I think I found my favorite South Park episode, Matt.
Oh,
The
yeah?
wrestling one.
Oh, with the... Hey, that little 9-year-old girl's had 6 abortions.
I'm sorry to bring it up, but that episode was actually fun. Like, South Park has a way of making me both hate and love them simultaneously. Like, how could it get as stupid as it gets, but how can it also be funny?
We had an entire South Park deep dive.
That you skipped out on.
I know.
So I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Anyway, Philly,
I want to hear it. I'm fine with it.
we're talking about conspiracy theories.
We
You
are
just called
true.
my Lord and Savior fucking Loki, okay? So, like, I want to hear about the South Park episode.
I didn't. Philly did. I just continued on.
You better
You
get your-
cheesesteak! No, I'll go fuck.
Yeah, man. I just
No, I'm
There's
really
not
actually
much
curious
to
about the
it, like-
Denver airport one.
yeah, Denver's pretty dope. So if anyone's been to the Denver airport or
They
has
actually
seen any pictures
didn't
of
they
it,
paint over that mural that was up there?
I think so.
they ended
did.
up painting over one due to some issues. But like the first thing you see, like welcoming, if you're flying in or if you're, is a massive blue horse with red, like glowing eyes. Right? It's called Mustang. There's not really anything I could find that
like
explained
the Broncos.
why they made it or like why the horse. People theorized the Broncos, stuff like that, because it was put up in 2006. Team had been around, but while the sculptor, I think his name was Luis Jimenez, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote that. While he was sculpting Mustang, a part of the sculpture fell and actually severed an artery, caused him to bleed out. And so people bring in the fact that his death was the horse coming to life, attacking the artist. They also talk about the glowing red eyes being a reference to like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So the statue, why its name is Mustang, actually has earned the nickname Blucifer.
Hell yeah.
Alright? Yeah. Due to its
That's
color and
fucking
all.
metal.
That is so good.
There's also a couple other things like in the baggage claim areas in both the east and the west. There are gargoyles, which
Yeah, it's
notoriously
fucking
have.
weird as fuck.
Yeah, and they're looking over the baggage claim.
They literally have that fucking dude that takes kids from Oliver Twist as like the baggage handler, man. Like it's so
Yeah.
sketch.
B Diddy?
There's that. There's a lot of conspiracy around the Freemasons. Right? I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
can-
no, the Freemasons.
can
They're
dig
in
into that.
everything. That's not even a conspiracy. They're like
The
they're
Freemasons have
they're up
actually
there.
owned, and I think they still to this day they have owned the Denver airport since the inception of the airport itself.
Makes
So
me wonder
people
what their
go into
royalties
that.
are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's-
my thing is, hold on, just for a second. Is my thing is like the Freemasons made it, like got that whole Illuminati thing out there, so people stop talking about them. I think that's what the Illuminati thing is. Anyway, continue.
That's what they want us to think.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a
right?
time capsule at the north entrance or south entrance, actually in the floor. And people, theorize what could be in the time capsule, and like they prevent anyone from bringing it up. I don't think there's a
An
date.
ancient virus that kills all humans.
Yeah.
Who goes back to
Tunnel
2020?
system. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me started on COVID and 5G. Let me tell you. That's
Yeah.
That was
all
last.
nother-
That was the last one.
Yeah, we did talk
Yeah.
about 5G on the last episode.
Like, other than them theorizing there's a tunnel system underneath the Denver airport.
There's totally a tunnel system through America, like no doubt within my fucking mind, dude. There's definitely, especially a lot of where a lot of people go missing. If you look like caves in America, they're right around those areas where all the people go missing that are never found again, man. Like,
It's just bears eating people, and everyone's like,
Can I be found
conspiracy
with-
theories.
And even talking, you know, like building this giant blue Mustang representing the four horsemen with like red eyes, like that's as shadow people quote unquote move, like that's why everything that needs to have symbolism to it, man. They're telling you right in your face, this is what we're doing, we're here. And some people pick it up, some people don't, and the people that do, sometimes we take it way too far. Because I think we've all been there where you're 4 a.m. and you're still just on like, oh, if you look outside, like number 14, like, ugh. Like it's even
Burger
if,
King foot lettuce.
if you look up how Washington D.C. is set up with all the it makes a
It's got a
pentagram.
pentagram. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
why?
At
Because
points
there's energy with that symbol and with all this high tech shit going on, like bringing that energy forth to whatever. We put a giant dick for our monolith, man. We have a huge monolith. in
the George
center. Like,
Washington Monument. Like,
look
bravo,
at our
George Washington.
look at our
I
cocks,
thought that
man.
was a Clinton monument.
No,
It's
No.
way too big to be a clip, buddy.
no,
Clinton.
No, that was a Futurama joke where they had like the George
Oh, yeah.
Washington, and then the Clinton one was bigger.
No. It
No, the Barack
was,
Obama one, wasn't it?
It was a Family Guy one,
The Family
and the
Guy
Barack
one,
Obama
yeah.
one's a black monolith right next to it.
Well, because like Futurama also had one. It was also just like a Clinton monument. It was like right beside it, the exact same.
Yeah, the difference. Clinton's vibrated. That was,
It like floated.
At
It
the
stole
bottom,
children and sold them into slavery.
At the bottom, there was a small memorial to Monica Lewinsky.
Dude,
She got
knee
this
prints in the
far.
cement.
I gotta tell you, she got real far in there.
dude,
I was
I've
real
actually,
proud of her. I mean, I would never do that.
dude, speaking
What
of
was the
Clintons, I've got an idea for a conspiracy deep dive later on. Not
Your
today
mama?
because it's gonna take a little bit of research. But yeah, it's kind
Give
of
us
fun.
the
Is it something that'll get us killed?
It's not something that'll get us killed, as long as you have something to fight with. As long as you have something to fight with,
I have a lot of guns.
so you're good. Connor might
And
die.
Several
I have
swords.
feet.
I have a stylus I use for making memes on my phone. Come at me.
All right, Matt's fucked. So,
Wait, I have knives in my place at least.
yes. So, but no. Is anybody familiar with the phrase Clinton body count?
Is it the amount of children they've had sex with?
No, it is the amount of people who Epstein themselves before exposing the Clinton family for fucking corruption, including but not limited to someone who allegedly killed themselves by hanging and shooting themselves in the chest twice with a 12-gauge shotgun.
That's
Find
where
out
I'm gonna
next
go.
time on Memento Mori. That's how Matt's gonna go, is like erotic asphyxiation while he shoots himself in the fucking gut.
It goes all the way to before he was a fucking president. So yeah, it's good.
Anyway.
It's gonna be a good one.
Philly, were you done with your stuff? We don't know how to stay on topic here, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have warned you about that.
I don't know. Matt
What do you
almost got
mean?
a good one, like on the whole
We-
us taking it too far. I think the only other topic or like point for the Denver thing I had was they've got the symbols for gold and silver in the floor, right? And like
Legit.
inlaid in the floor. And the purpose that they speak on is that it's Colorado's mining history, right? Which, understandably, they're in the mountains. People have gone as far to say it is a secret message about a made-up pathogen known as the Australian antigen. And it's next to a mural of Warren wishing for peace and totalitarian failure. It just
Imagine if you just get a disease and like, oh crikey, I got caught something today. I went on a walkabout, came back and got a Harry in the bungies.
I tried to tell me Sheila, but she wanted fucking canker in it.
Got some Maccas.
I was cooking some shrimp on the barbie, then some Sheila came out and she turned out to be a right cunt.
Bro, I remember one time someone said that to Raptors. He's like, we don't say that here. I've never heard anybody say that, ever.
I'd like to think the accent is like kind of the equivalent of like with like Canadian rednecks saying hoser a lot. It's just
Oh, yeah.
it's like an Australian redneck thing to them.
Australian redneck cunts.
Australian rednecks, I believe it's either redneck or trailer trash, but they're called bogans.
No,
BOG
they
and-
themselves, their actual accent is like Canadian rednecks.
Oh yeah, but no, I'm talking about like the fucking social hierarchy thing. I don't fucking remember what the word it was, but you know, because like you got trailer trash or over here, and then over there you got bogans. Bogans.
I'm still laughing at him.
Boganas.
That shit is
it's
for
for
bogans.
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 I don't know how to spell bogans. I don't.
I just spelled.
Nah, I didn't fucking listen.
Bogans. We sing a song and everything.
I know. I didn't listen at all. I was just playing Connor for a second. I'm sorry.
You play it too well, bud.
If you fucking take this from me, Dalton, I swear to God.
That's all I had.
If you fucking take this from him, he swears to God he will shoot. He will fucking fly
Got a
planes into
child.
your building, just like Operation Northwoods. Motherfucker.
I don't know anything.
What an oddly peculiar way to segue, but okay, go
So-
off.
No,
Actually, no.
Operation.
Other people might have
Oh
conspiracy.
no! This isn't the Stargate one. This is a conspiracy theory one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy that was actually true. So Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation that originated within the United States Department of Defense of the United States government in 1962. Essentially, the brass tacks of it, Fidel Castro came into power in Cuba, spreading communism around the land. It's within, 50 some odd miles from the Florida coast? Something like that. Like, people retrofit fucking 1950s Chevys into boats and drive all the way over from Cuba to fucking Florida. So it's not too far away. But anyways, there was a proposal. General Lyman L. Lemnitzer?
General,
Let's just say he's got a lot of stars on his shoulder and a lot of fucking ribbons on his chest. So he's been doing
Probably a
some
lot
shit.
of hair on his chest too. He sounds like a real man's man.
Actually,
His
no.
name sounds made up.
Dude, I got a 5 head. This dude's got a 7 head. Like, shit, he doesn't have shit for hair up top. But anyways,
I thought it said his chest.
He
You know how
might
many
have it
bald
on.
dudes are just fucking wearing fur sweaters?
maybe. But anyways, so it was a proposal that involved. God damn. Oh my gosh. So essentially, what would happen is there would be remote-controlled aircraft that would be flown purposely into buildings and then blamed on the fucking Cuban government to incite patriotism, essentially, and encourage people to be all like, hell yeah, hoorah, let's fucking go into Cuba and deliver freedom because those fuckers hit us. Very much like 9/11, and that's actually where a lot of the 9/11 truthers came into play, because this was in the 60s, and of course 9/11 was in 01. They're like, this is very fucking familiar. A couple of planes hitting a noteworthy building in broad daylight, seemingly hijacked. And so
Seen in like 14 Simpsons episodes beforehand.
but yeah. Anyways, it was presented to JFK, who struck it down and was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. And that's where we get a lot of the fucking 9/11 truther shit, because there's just so many fucking parallels with that versus Operation Northwoods.
Well, 9/11 is a fucking crazy. Are we getting into that? Because like, that's
Dude, let's do it.
That's an
Let's
hour and a
fucking-
half, man.
Let's
So
go.
there's a theory that George bitch caused 9/11.
It's because he didn't read the book fast enough.
Yeah.
Pokey little puppy or whatever he was reading. All he had to do was finish the last line, but no. One thing
Right.
I will say about 9/11 was with the octagon being hit, and
Yeah.
there's not
And
plane parts
The
around there.
Pentagon.
Pentagon?
Pentagon. Yeah, what'd I say?
Octagon?
Octagon.
You added 3 more stars.
I'm passionate about it.
Too many points, man.
I
Too
bet
much
anyway-
I added more services to our stuff.
For people that said we have no footage of it, there's no plane parts in the picture shown, you're telling me the octagon... I did it again. You're telling me the Pentagon doesn't have outside fucking cameras when everything in the world has fucking CCTV?
They
You're telling me
did.
there's not... Oh.
There were 2 cameras on the tips pointing towards where the wreckage, quote unquote, was, or where the explosion happened.
Yeah.
There were 2 cameras pointed that direction from 2 different
Not that
angles,
day they weren't.
and they have not released any footage from it.
Because it's a perfectly blown up square.
Yeah,
It's a perfect.
That is insane. I can't believe the parallel hologram is hiding that from us.
Bro, for
real
someone
fun.
who looks at a lot of Satanist imagery, you think Matt would know Pentagon.
Hey man, one's super cool and one deals with the shitty government. Which one do you think I care about?
None.
fucking
Because
trapezoid shit's at it again.
neither of them because you're watching One Piece right now.
To be fair, the government is kind of the devil, so.
Dude,
Yeah,
the super fucking
no,
evil.
no, the devil has learned from the fucking America, buddy. Satan's like, I'm taking notes. Holy
Dude,
shit,
the
this is good.
CIA has failed multiple fucking not auctions. Audits, yes. The fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson that night that was clearly like thrown or whatever
Oh yeah.
was a night that the CIA failed another audit.
Dude.
Because now everyone's going to be talking about the fight and not the clear fact that like we don't know where all the money went, but we had to
Where
make
did $3.6 trillion go?
we had to make crack point 2, and you got to understand that's a lot of money.
Guys, don't
Not
worry
the
about
plug.
us. Guys, don't worry about us. Look at Mike Tyson stutter as he tries to fight a retarded white kid. It's funny. And the punch will come at you. Fucking.
I'll just
I'm sick of you, Jake Paul.
I'll just say this. I saw the training videos with Mike Tyson. He was not fighting the same way that he was training. So he was pulling punches for sure.
He would
Bro.
destroy him.
That guy should have immediately just one-punched
Dude.
him.
Okay, hold up. Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
You're
but-
You're crazy.
Motherfucker.
Crazy.
Why you even say it?
Motherfucker, it's a turn of phrase, all right? Fuck
I
off.
It's a
love
dumb
men, I love men, I
turn of
love men, I
I
love
don't
men.
fucking
Oh, wait,
care.
Fucking dumbass.
Hunter loves men.
Yeah, he does.
God
Everyone was arguing, so I was like, can I say it without anyone listening? And I was like, damn.
I don't know. Here, I just smacked my.
But no, the freaking. How awesome would it be if it actually played out the way it was supposed to, or that we believe it was supposed to, with
Crazy.
Jake Paul getting his shit fucking wrecked by Mike Tyson.
I
it'd
would
be
have
the most-
masturbated to that.
It would have been a win for the world.
It would have been the most unifying moment in history ever since the towers went down.
Toby Keith makes a song about it.
Where were you when Tyson punched Jake Paul?
Dude, speaking of the Twin Towers, Louis C.K. has like the best joke. He's like, I think you could tell how shitty of a person you are, how soon you masturbated after 9/11. For me, it was kind of between Tower 1 and Tower 2. I was right in the middle.
It's like I was 8.
I mean, I tried to do it, but I was in class, and the teacher was asking, "What the hell are you doing?"
But yeah, no. Anyone got other conspiracy theories?
I mean, not that don't involve a bunch of fucking like satanic panic child murder rape fucking rings. So
Will it involve the Octagon again?
You mean the Clintons?
I had Satanic Panic on my list of conspiracy.
Dude, yeah, you did like the Franklin cover up and shit. Like, oh my god, bro, it's infuriating.
Dude, and it all fucking carried on with D&D of all things. Like the satanic panic.
Oh yeah, not like in the
Yeah.
80s. It's just like you
Yeah.
can't play that game, bro. Like, bro.
It was carried on by fucking Dungeons and Dragons and heavy metal music to the point to where when Megadeth was going on tour, they would go down the Bible Belt area of the States and they would say that their name was Megadeth and they were a Christian rock band.
Dude, speaking of that, one time I was listening to Lamb of God when I was in church, right?
Yeah.
And this old couple came up like, what do you listen to? I was like, Lamb of God. Like, well, good for you. It's like,
There was one. It was a pagan song that I was listening to, and at the very beginning, it's very Christian sounding, and it's this guy like praising to the Lord. This guy's like, "Hell yeah, praise to the gods," and then this dude's just like, he's like, "What?"
I didn't hear any of that.
No, it said Odin. So
Oh.
my neighbors probably all heard it though.
I'm still
Fuck it, the neighbor's probably not a fucking old ass twat like Connor's neighbor.
The one beside me over here is this kind of like cute chick with a very annoying yappy dog that I want to boil alive.
Hell yeah.
Keep the chick though.
Keep the dog
No.
out of it.
No.
Uh,
No,
No.
keep the dog.
No, I'd rather keep the dog.
Well,
Actually,
shit.
I'd rather keep the yapping dog because at least it ain't saying stupid
Yeah,
shit
he didn't
like a
say
woman.
who he wanted to boil alive. He just said he wanted to boil something alive next to him.
Yep.
I was wondering why he ordered a fucking giant ass like wok. Like, geez, man, what are you gonna do with that? Like,
A witch's cauldron.
apartment 27B. Like, Jesus Christ.
Walk to
Okay. A little bit of a side
Took a-
tangent.
Walk to a me.
A little bit of a side tangent. That fucking bullshit with the Hawk Tua coin. How the fuck do you get all sorts of fucking fame and shit from a 5-second blowjob joke and you blow it on something that you don't understand?
Let's be honest. If you invested in Hawk to a coin, you
Yeah.
deserve to get robbed.
It's
Yeah.
like good.
Yes and no, because fucking Dogecoin came out and made people a lot of money.
It's memes though.
There's actually a Trump coin too, by the way.
Let's face it, those are meme stocks.
Please tell me it's just a toupee.
Man, y'all need to
There's
fucking
L2
watch.
pay.
Y'all need to watch Dumb Money about the GameStop fucking stock thing. That shit is golden
dude.
movie. You got
Have we
Netflix.
talked about that on here?
We need to about the movie, and then we could talk about the other stuff. But like, the movie's fucking great, man. Paul Dano.
Like
fucking
the
killed it.
actual like GameStop stuff that Reddit saved GameStop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
The reason
that's
they were
GameStop.
allowed,
Yeah.
the reason they were allowed to stay open during the pandemic is because they were known as an essential business because they sold computer mouses.
Mouse.
Mice.
Me.
Mice.
Meese. Computer meese.
I mean,
I thought the whole like essential employee like argument was BS because I was active duty and they sent us home. Like,
I
what?
mean,
They're like, nah.
I
You come in, like, one day a week.
worked the entire time through the pandemic. I was just doing
Me
fucking
too.
construction,
Same.
man. And I
Yeah.
worked almost every day. It was actually a super blessing,
But
dude.
I gotta say, y'all non-essentials who drive down 35 every day need to learn to fucking drive because Jesus fuck.
hey, dude,
Nah,
Phil,
man.
what branch were you, bud?
Loki looked out for me
Navy.
during COVID. I was able to work.
Oh, fuck yeah, Navy, bud. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we have a Navy guy. That's right.
Air Force, what up?
Army,
Like-
Army
Whoa.
here, Army, Navy, Air Force. What's up, bro?
Fuck yeah.
I classify
on
as
the
a
buffet
civilian.
line.
Yeah, as a civilian.
He's a private first class at Golden Corral.
Golden Corral wishes.
Private first class small hands right here.
The trigger word. The trigger word.
But no, actually, Phil might be a good candidate for our future segment. Yep, Tales from the Barracks.
Anybody got anybody else? Anybody got any other conspiracy
Anybody-
theories?
Yeah, anybody got conspiracy theories? I'm gonna be editing the shit out of this.
My conspiracy theory is that I don't really have a wiener.
You just got a
was
big
that,
clit.
was that taken away by the Stargate project?
Oh,
I
Wait,
hate
even
even
worse.
segue.
No one else fucking laughed at my joke.
I
I did
hate-
too, Connor.
I hate even worse that it was you didn't even wait. It was just like I don't have a penis. You just have a big clit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Connor, is your fucking gamer tag Bill Clinton?
No, it's clinical fail.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's Clit Eastwood.
Anime clit expert.
No. Clit Eastwood.
Eastwood.
I don't like that one.
I love that one.
Too bad.
It's fucking.
I could taste
Making
that in the back
biscuits
of
on
my
my-
teeth.
You know what? I'm more upset that nobody laughed at my anime clit expert joke.
I was laughing. I was.
I think you're
Anyway.
a piece of shit, Dalton. So
Thanks, bud. I learned it from watching you.
thanks, man. You
I
guys
guess
made
that's
me.
what happens when you don't have a dad.
Oh, I was sober for 4 days.
He set new record.
I failed.
It actually was. I was just seeing if I could do it, and the only shitty part was day 2 because I still have two beers in my fridge, but I just decided to drink nothing but water. I'd be like playing fucking Dynasty Wars Origins, like they still in there. They're still in there.
Rogan, somebody don't know me. I smoke rocks. Anyway,
Oh.
Stargate, which is an interesting TV show and movie.
Mm-hmm. So, the Stargate project, everybody thinks about, that fucking ring that has all the slidey pieces and everything, and, the alien
giant metal hawk creature things.
that
Oh,
goes
Tua?
Tua.
I know you were gonna
Yes,
fucking
there you
say
go.
that, Connor.
Is that your new
Motherfucker.
queefing queen?
Spit on that thing.
No, the Queefy Quee is still his Queefy
I can't
Quee.
say shit for like the past week. I've been saying peanut butter jelly the long way.
The long way.
The long way.
The long way.
Oh, Jesus. So, anyways,
It's
Oh,
more just.
Loki.
Okay, that works.
Let me.
so,
I'll at least say my piece for this real quick, Ben, if you'll let me.
all right, go for it.
It's not exactly the whole thing of just her saying Hawk Tua. It's the fact that it was accompanied by a video one time where it was dashcam footage of a guy who had a golden retriever. He's an Uber driver, right? And he brings his golden retriever with him. And it's basically, he gets people's reactions to his dog, because it's most people just being super happy. Oh, there's a cute dog in the car, all that stuff. It's wholesome. But then he just gets an old guy in his car that he starts talking with. And then randomly out of nowhere, it just cuts to the old guy going, Hawk Tua, spit on that thing. And it's cut so well that it's cut between all the women saying, oh, your dog is so cute. So out of nowhere, there's just some random old redneck going, Hawk Tua. And that's why I find it funny.
Dude, it's this generation's version of fucker right in the pussy. Okay? Let's
Did
face
you
it.
admit it?
in the pussy.
Oh my god. Matt, he admitted it.
What?
He admitted it. He admitted it.
What?
I've got you on 4K, pussy.
Bull fucking shit. You have a 1080p monitor, you cocksucker.
You finally admitted, though, that the humor today is just like our humor back then.
First of all,
Dalton, you missed it. He admitted it. He admitted that the humor today is just like our humor back then. I fucking got him.
No, it's a isolated event. Hawk
No,
Tua
it's
is
not.
this generation's version of fucker right in the pussy. Okay?
But we had that back then, and it was just...
Yeah, but that guy didn't get a podcast or a radio station and tell you to fucking get a bunch of stupid fake coins that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say, fucking crypto coin be damned.
Ooh,
There's
that
no
crypto didn't
homeless.
exist then.
There's no homeless pussy guy.
What if it was just called Pussy Coin?
Pussy coin.
Pussy coin would
Bitcoin's been around
sell.
for a long. Yeah,
That would fucking
Bitcoin's
sell.
been around for quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
It's been around since 2008.
I mean, this generation's skibbity toilet is just our last generation's Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
You know
Thank
what? He's
you.
right. Yeah.
And even
Billy,
then,
you're right.
before Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, it was badgers, 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 mushroom,
Thank you.
mushroom, badgers,
Thank
badgers,
you.
badgers, badgers,
No.
See, Billy, Ben is
Ben.
under the impression that our brain rot was better than their brain rot.
Yes, because
He's walking away.
Our brain rot
Brain
was
what?
our brain rot
What?
was compartmentalized. Okay, versus every.
Was it not?
Yes, it was too. Because
It was. We were not allowed to be on the fucking computer fucking 24 goddamn 7 here and at school and everywhere we went. We had to go outside. We had to do other shit.
Yeah, but there was merch for Brain
Hey,
Rot.
hold
There
on.
was a-
Connor did not go outside when he was a kid.
I know
That's why he
because his
was so
mom was
fucking
worried
Actually-
about the fucking bugs
Actually,
and shit.
technically, I did, because there were some days, like when my dad was still around, that he legit would just have days where he'd open the door, put us outside, and say, "Go out there," and just leave us.
And then
Good.
Connor would come back red, like,
Why have you done this to me,
bro,
Father?
you went to Slitterbond. We put fucking sunscreen on this guy all day, like at every freaking 20 minutes. He was still burnt red. The next day, he just had more freckles. He didn't even fucking peel. He just freckles.
Way to
Hey,
shed
don't
some
get me
light on the
started.
subject.
Ho, 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 ho,
Give me
ho.
all the tug, you tit fucker. Give my beta tug, you fish tackle. Yeah, I was fucking. I was
If
fucking
you're gonna
laughing my
have
ass off.
light, at least make it a work of art.
Yes.
But yeah, Philly, Ben's under the impression that our brain rot and their brain rot is different, but it's all
This
it's
shit-
pretty much the same shit.
It's all brain rot, you know?
Their brain rot is getting streamlined into their fucking veins, though.
Their fucking brain rot is
They're getting brain
out of
rot
control,
intravenous.
Dude, yes, intravenously brain rot, man. That's their
Like,
level.
I'll just say this: we didn't have a whole ass fucking language dedicated to our goddamn brain rot. I will die on.
What are
this
you
fucking
talking
hill.
about? They made Klingon an actual subject.
yeah.
Fuck
That's
you.
not brain rot. That's fucking weeb shit.
Brain rot. That is a
Dude,
100%. Star Trek is 100% brain rot. Don't even fucking at me right now.
that don't even, dog.
Bro, they even had merchandise for Brain Rot that Fred, Annoying Orange, Charlie the
Tease is a
Unicorn?
full fucking language now.
I never.
Let's talk
fucking
about
bought it.
Charlie the Unicorn. That shit goes
Charlie,
hard.
God damn it!
Charlie. Magically
Mamas with hats.
Put a banana in your
It didn't say
ear.
anything.
A
A
banana in my
banana in
ear.
your ear.
See, Ben, this is all just
Tobuscus
the
and all the
same shit.
Minecraft.
Dude, I got a big bag of crabs here.
But you have to remember
I
that.
gotta put them in my mouth.
Oh,
yes.
I'm just hearing skibbity toilet. That's all I'm hearing from
It's
you,
the
Ben.
same thing.
Tobuscus and the
God
Minecraft,
damn it!
man.
God
That's a
fucking
deep
damn it!
cut.
Jesus fucking Christ! Fuck me!
It is.
No.
We finally got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That
It is,
has been our Stargate fucking segment.
February 2nd at 7:02. We got Ben. We got him.
Jesus Christ!
We got him.
So no, like
Now let's talk to about Stargate Project.
That's
We
what a
skibbity riz
podcast is
toilet.
called. The podcast
So-
is talk to a.
all right, so this was all based on psychotronic research starting in 1970, and the U.S. basically started it all on the basis of fucking paranoia, thinking that the Soviets were beating them to it. Like they were thinking that the Soviet Union was spending 60 million rubles annually on psychotronic research. Little did they know, none of them had a fucking abacus or a calculator to find out that 60 million rubles is like 350 in freedom dollars. So I mean, there's that. So, but anyways, so there's psychotronic research with regards to things like psychic ability, remote viewing, that kind of shit. Think of
MK
a
Ultra.
lot. Well, not even. No, MK Ultra was mind control with illicit substances.
Still, but that's still umbrella that into.
Oh, it was-
The man who
Oh.
stare at goats.
Yes, absolutely, dude. The cloud dispersing. He's like, he kept doing it, and then he's like, no. He kept looking. Oh man, that's a good
I
movie.
will never get over that movie. Sorry to interrupt, but I will never get over that movie on how it's Ewan McGregor and he's like, they're like real life Jedi. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Dude, well, no joke. The Men Who Stare at Goats is basically a satire of the entire Stargate project because it's talking about remote viewing. It's talking about things like phasing through fucking physical matter. It's talking about interacting with other things and manipulating it with your fucking mind. Hence the cloud bursting shit. You know, it's basically every fucking thing. And would you believe that they kept going with this into the 90s?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
The closure was in 1995, right about the time whenever the Stargate movie came out.
Dude, because it's linked with it, man. Like I said, someone who probably like a janitor there is like, oh, I got a great idea for a movie. Put in his resignation. Boom. Hello, Hollywood.
Actually, as a
Hollywood,
matter,
baby.
I was a year off. Stargate the movie was in 1994, so there was a point in time where the Stargate movie and the Stargate project were in the same thing.
X Factor.
They were fucking crossing together. Like they were existing at the same time. Like you could watch Stargate the movie and go to your office where you're working on Stargate the project.
Can you talk without your hands?
No.
You cannot.
Okay. At least he's honest.
You know, the only way someone could talk without their hands is if they didn't have hands.
well, I mean,
right?
like a lot
I'm
of people
doing it
talk
right
with
now,
their
and it
hands.
is taking just trauma holding my hands together. I'm like,
I can literally sit here and not move the rest of my body and talk
you're
to
a
you guys.
fucking
I
weirdo
can't
freak
help
boy who fucking remembers fucking everyone's dreams and birthdays. So you are exempt from it, Mister. I can't get AIDS.
Like,
That's it. You talked about Connor going outside and getting burned. It reminded me of a water park. Do y'all know anyone personally that has Tourette's?
I think
Personally,
Connor.
No.
I think Connor does, but it's not one where it's like super noticeable because he does this weird thing where he like shivers, like just randomly, and then just never doesn't
Has
realize he's
the
doing it.
undying urge to say "hawk to it."
Well, actually, he has like straight up autism things, where he just randomly will shout things.
He's got autism
Yeah.
the long way.
The long way. No, so I had a buddy right that had Tourette's, and we were helping a buddy of ours move. His family was moving up to Amarillo in North Texas,
Yeah.
and we moved during the summer and got done ahead of schedule. Got all the boxes unpacked and all that jazz. And his mom was like, "Hey, it's summer. We got an extra couple days. We're gonna take you to the water park." I was like, "Dope, let's go." Right, we're at the water park. hanging out, doing our thing. What kids do, you know. We were like 12, 14, somewhere in there. And we go to like our lunch break or snack break. We go up to one of the little like snack bars to get the little pavilions and like benches and all and tables at. And we're eating. This guy sees one of the girls. He goes up to the snack bar to get a drink or whatever. And he looks over and he's like, hey, guys, she's really pretty. And I was like, go tell her, man. He was like, I don't know if I can. I was like, look, you know you're gonna stutter. You have Tourette's. I was like, let's think about what you're gonna say. Let's go and get your brain right and go up and compliment her, right? Or ask her, right? I was like, worst case scenario. I said, if you think you're gonna stutter, so that Tourette's kind of come back, I said, just compliment her. Something simple. You're cute, you're pretty. Easy day, right? So he's like, all right. He gets up. He goes over there. And we had formulated that if he stutters or gets stuck, he's just going to try and say she's cute or pretty, give her a little wink, right? W Riz. Easy day, right? So he walks up there. He gets there and he kind of gets her attention. He goes, hey, girl, you're really pretty, right? And he winks at her. And me now, in my day, I know that winking takes a shit ton of facial muscles. Me, when I was 12-ish, didn't know that. So he went to wink at her and fucking screamed. Just fucking... just right in this girl's face. And she, like, panicked. Right? Ended up walking away and shit. And he came back so fucking defeated, man. I mean, his head was down. He's like, I don't know what happened, guys. And I was like, I can tell you exactly
I tried to wink and I screamed at her.
Bro was like, I've got W Riz, screeches like a pterodactyl.
Bro did exactly what you're not supposed to do in Baldur's Gate when you find Scratch and just scream at the corpse.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Not to bring up One Piece again, but there is a person right now where we're at who got his face kicked in by Sanji the cook, and now he looks super pretty. So now he's super vain, but since his face isn't adjusted every time he goes to wink, he gets stuck in like a like face. So like, I get it.
Just don't.
That's awesome. That's a great anecdote.
Anyway, Ben, Stargate.
So, it was a means of remote view, or it was a project that involved everything that I mentioned with regards to remote viewing, manipulating physical media with your mind, phasing through physical media through the power of your mind and kinetic force, just like that fucking general from the Men Who Stare at Goats.
Still a good movie, though. Fantastic.
Oh, dude, fantastic movie. I got it on my fucking PSN account. It's fucking amazing.
I want to watch it again.
Dude, MST3K of the Men Who Stare at Goats. Let's fucking go. I have a feeling Matt's the only one that knows what I mentioned.
Mystery Science Theater?
3000, yeah. But anyways. So, it continued on through the 70s, 80s, and even in the 90s. In 1991, though, it was starting to switch around. Where in 1991, most of the contracting for the program was transferred to the Science Applications for International Cooperation, which is PSYCH.
Psych!
Yeah. Its security was altered from Special Access Program SAP to Limited Dissemination LIMDIS, and it was given its final name Stargate. So in the 1990s, it was given Stargate. I have a feeling that it was altered due to the fucking
movie?
Yeah, due to the fucking movie.
Why would it be?
Yeah. Cause like it's just going all over the fucking place. I'm butchering the fuck out of it, but we basically just kind of lingered on it a little too much. Essentially everything came to a negative conclusion where it's like their final findings after 35 fucking years of research and millions of fucking dollars was no, we can't manipulate physical matter with our minds. No, we can't rely on the remote viewing prowess of others. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it. After 35 fucking years of, well, 25 years, honestly. After 25 years of throwing money at a wall just because of the paranoid delusion that if we don't fucking do it, the Soviets will, absolute fucking dick came out of it.
Better
yeah,
have been
there's
a
that.
good dick to come out of that thing, though. If all you're getting is dick, it better be like fucking like prime steakhouse dick.
Well, at least it's not 2028.
Fucking Wagyu A5 dick.
Yeah, that good shit, man.
I can't wait till 2028, guys.
Yeah.
You
know
keep
why,
teasing at
Ben?
it. Why?
Because Ben turns 40.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I was not
3
expecting that.
years! 3 years, Ben!
Man, he's gonna be 40 before Trump finishes his second term. Holy shit.
Allegedly.
Grandpa
Legends.
Bane, man. Hey, when we're
When
a
he
quarter,
turns 40, I'm gonna get him a car that just says, "Man, you're old as fuck now. How does it feel?"
when we're a quarter of the way through the 22nd century, man, like, yeah, we're all gonna
Hey.
be 40 real soon.
But Ben,
21st century.
Ben,
21st, my bad.
hey Ben, look on the bright side though.
The
You're
Octagon told
speed
me
running
what
the
it
back pain part, so good job.
Dude, don't even get me started on back pain.
That's
Fuck.
the joke.
Yeah, because you're almost
Bro.
40.
Between my fucking ankles, knees, hips, and back, I finally told my wife, I was like, the catch is, I said, every time I get up in the morning, I said, I'm not only good looking, I said, I'm also crunchy.
Hell yeah.
Bro, Philly, aren't
Hell
you
yeah.
like not even 25 yet?
I am 25.
Oh, yeah, he's 25, yeah. He's born in
Yo,
2000.
man.
My-
Wow.
Oh, no. No, July 99.
That's
Yeah.
still the
You were on this
2000s.
council, but you were not granted the rank of 90s.
Oh, I just thought.
I re-
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was like, I remember Furbies and Tamagotchis, damn you.
All I really thought of when Dalton was going to say this, you are on the seat, but you do not grant the game the rank of podcast member. What? It's outrageous. It's unfair.
When you said those things, I was about to cite do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when the rules were written.
Well, the reason why he can't retain the seat is because Jace fucking bent it.
It leans a little bit.
He's got a butt groove that just won't be fit into.
He actually hired a guy just to make the squeaking sounds.
Homeboy is like bigger than Jace, but it's like Jace is fatter. He's fatter. Like that's the thing. Like he calls me fat. It's like, bro, I have more muscle than you. That's the difference between us. Jace is like 5'7", 5'8", or some shit,
Yeah, he's like,
and I'm like 5'11" and muscle, and then Homeboy's like
he's
6'5".
And he's 6 foot the long way.
He's 6 foot laying down.
Yeah, Ben's
Jesus
like,
Christ.
hey, we talking about Stargate? Ben's like, yeah, but who we talking about the law?
Why did I just picture someone saying, guys, Stargate project, hold on one second. This is the plans for it. The long way.
The long way.
And then that other guy who's like sitting there like staring at him, like, why are you staring at me? He's like, I'm trying to make you explode.
The long
At least I brought it back a little bit.
Sparky, boom, man.
At least I brought it back a little bit.
Yeah,
Look at Ben looking like a disappointed father on Christmas.
I'm telling you, if fucking Adolf just invested in some sideburns that went down to mutton chops instead of a square mustache, that'd lead to some fucked up history, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't
Then
it?
we would.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it though?
that'd be some very fucked up history.
Right?
Speaking of which, Hitler fucked up history. Come on, guy.
Matt, I was actually about to say, speaking of fucked up history, the Holocaust. How much did it cost?
The Holocaust. What was worse was Russia.
The
Time to
Holocaust.
talk about Stalin, boys. I actually
Anyway.
got nothing about Stalin
Anyway,
right now.
fucked up history. Let's continue.
I do have one thing. I do have mine. I have mine up. There's a man named John William Money, Dr. John William Money.
Oh,
Connor, put your arm down. You're too white. For those who don't know,
In the
All
race.
of y'all are white.
well, no, the way he
I'm
was
brown
doing
and
it.
I'm still white.
But for those who don't know, Dr. Money, he's the guy who's attributed to gender identity.
He's
and
he's the originator of gender identity, right?
He's a piece of shit.
He is an absolute piece of shit, and he
the
died.
one that, did a bunch of he abused a fuck ton of kids and had them abused.
Yeah. So what happened?
Was it just 2 kids?
But what happened was there were twins, and one of which was born with something wrong with his penis, and so
Yeah, his uncle was attached to it.
I hate to be the neckbeard on this one, but I actually did some research on the guy. It wasn't that he was born with a fucked up penis. It was a botched circumcision.
So now
that's what it
he's
was.
up.
But they did it wrong. Anyway, and then this guy decided, hey, why don't you just have them as a sex reassignment surgery and make him a woman? I believe the name they used was Brenda?
I think it was
from
Brenda.
Bruce to Brenda.
God.
Damn.
Anyway.
A few letters away from.
A few letters away from Caitlin.
Anyway, so he basically convinced the parents to raise Brenda now under the guise of a woman whom Brenda never felt identifying as a woman, right?
Because he
They even
wasn't.
tried to get her. He even tried to get the parents to do the full on surgery, all of it. But it didn't. They didn't want to do it that way. Anyway, there's several different things about him taking pictures of them, showing them pornography, having the kids reenact the pornography, and they're twins, right? Like they're identical male twins. And
Not the I love parties at 4 a.m. and not those kind of twins. Like
and twins.
Please let us out, sir.
Yeah, so this guy did this for several years until finally Bruce's parents finally came out and said, hey, by the way, this is what happened. And then he decided to go back as David. But this guy has been what's attributed to the idea of gender identity, intersex medical interventions, and all sorts of crap like that. And apparently he's a sexologist. Every time I see sexologist, I automatically think he's a pedophile.
You're
What I think is
You're a total
Dr.
perv.
Sex.
Yeah,
He's the one that called Dr. Feel Good. He's the one to make you feel all right.
He's the one that'll make you feel different about your gender, and it's kind of fucked up.
But
He's
however,
gonna be your Frankenstein.
he abused these 2 kids till the point in July 2002, Brian overdosed with antidepressants, and David committed suicide by shooting himself in the head with a sawed-off shotgun while listening to Nirvana. I added the last part. But apparently David, as the name he decided to choose instead of Bruce or Brenda, he actually ended up having reconstructive surgery on his penis. So there was that. But yeah, no, Money did not only that, he did a lot of other shit that I haven't found yet, but it was kind of a short notice because we just talked about fucked up history. And I just watched a video about this guy the other day, and I hated it. I hated every moment of this
Piece
guy.
of shit, dude.
He's an absolute piece. I don't.
Like
believe-
I'm fine with transgender people that truly want to do this and believe it, but give yourself time to develop fully into an adult, and if you still feel this way, go for it. We don't abuse
children,
people. This cycle of all this shit, all of our kids are being guinea pigs for this shit. They're stopping their puberty mid-development because they think something, and then it's like, you have to develop, honey, come on.
Yeah.
You have to make the mistake.
I was into she-males before you were allowed to be into she-males, okay? And I'm not even allowed to call them that anymore because I get in trouble. It's bullshit.
You have to use their government name, Fudanari.
No, you gotta call them the chicks with dicks, man, even though it's technically just dudes with titties. But you gotta be a hot dude to pass. I don't want my girls to have a beard, you know what I'm saying?
In his studies of intersex people, Money alleged that there are 6 variables that define sex: assigned sex and sex of rearing, external genital morphology, internal reproductive structures, hormonal and secondary sex characteristics, gonadal sex, and chromosomal sex.
There's one more, actually, and it's the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
But he added gender role and orientation as male and female established while growing up. Like, as you said, there's one more. Like, as I was reading, I was like, well, Matt is kind of correct. This is kind of it. And he basically coined he defined gender role as all those things that person says or does to disclose him or herself as having the status of boy or man, girl or woman, respectively. It includes, but is not restricted to, sexuality in the sense of eroticism. Gender role is appraised in relation to the following: gender mannerisms, deportment, and demeanor. Play preferences and recreational interests, spontaneous topics of like, this is just way too much bullshit to really fucking classify as what a gender role is.
Yeah, I think the Boondocks best explain it when Granddad was like, "What is LGBT?" And then Riley goes, "It means lettuce, gay, bacon, tomato, Granddad."
But he basically coined he's basically the father of all the random bullshit that everyone's been talking about for the past, I don't know, fucking 10 years.
He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died of...
Okay, yeah, he's got a nice little cozy spot in hell for sure.
Yeah, he died of Parkinson's.
That is not a good person. That is someone that fucking Loku would be like, "Depart from me, I never knew ye."
Loku.
Here's the interesting part. He lasted all the way until fucking 2006. Yeah.
We should celebrate July 7th as the day that fucking faggot died.
Whoa, that's my birthday. Hang on.
Hey, we're gonna celebrate the day of faggot.
Peace, faggot.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fucking hilarious. Oh, he was also reportedly bisexual.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That was right.
Yeah, because I have sex and then I say bye.
Yeah, buy me things. I get sexual, but no.
More like, bitch.
Got him.
I've actually got another addition to fucked up history, who is often cited with gender theory and shit like that, but more on the feminist side is Simone de Beauvoir from France. She was born Simone these nuts. She was born on January 9th of 1908 and died in 1986, and is a big fucking purveyor of fucking feminist theory and shit like that. I have a fucking question. With all the fucking trans and feminist bullshit that's going on, why do all of their scholars, all the fucking people that they base their philosophy and findings and all their fucking blue-haired arguments on, why do they have cases of sexual abuse?
Because the PTSD mental issue thing.
Yeah, it fucks with you, man. When someone you're supposed to love and trust, like, destroys their development in such a way.
No, I'm saying every single one of them has fucked up a kid.
They have fucked up a kid?
They have.
Because the cycle of abuse, they were probably fucked up as a kid. Because there are two types of people when you get fucking abused. There is people who will never refuse to ever let that happen to somebody else, and people who will only do that to somebody else because it happened to them. Because that's a cycle of abuse.
Yeah, which one do you think I am?
You're the guy who likes
to
fuck everybody.
Somehow
You're the guy that likes food. You're the guy that likes food. It's all good.
I will abuse this food because it abused me.
Dude, is that cream filled? I like me some cream.
Why did I just picture him like fist posted up against like a golden corral outside?
Really? I pictured him fucking one-shotting a footlong Coney from Sonic, just
the long ways.
But no, there's fucking whole ass memoirs of this bitch sexually abusing people. One of them is a French author by the name of Bianca Namblin, who was originally Bianca Benningfield. Whenever it happened, she wrote a book called Memoirs of a Deranged Girl, and it's just fucking talking about all this bullshit, how she was exploited by Beauvoir, who was her teacher and was also in her 30s at the time. Like in 1943. Her fucking teaching position, like she is like the teacher that was well respected for some fucking reason but could not gain tenure because of all of her fucking P. Diddy-esque bullshit that was going on.
She wrote her own book called For Some Reason They Didn't Like It.
Because
this is for science.
Here's the fucked up part, because she was seducing a 17-year-old. She was seducing a fucking...
No, 17, that's the line.
It's alright.
Well, here's the thing, though. She was in her late 30s whenever she seduced the 17-year-old.
Yeah, the French. It's fine.
Well, I mean, at the same time, the age
We're
of
like
consent.
agreeing with this pedo here. Like, hey man, hey, it's 17.
I'm just saying
They're
this. I'm just
French, you know. It's like
know
when
what,
your
yeah.
racist ass grandparents, like, oh, they're from another time. Like, don't worry about them. It's okay for them to call porch monkeys. They don't mean it.
Hey, it's okay. We're taking it back.
All I'm picturing is just on how she said she was tormented by Bouvard, and I'm just like, why didn't she just surrender? Oh, wait. See, okay, but the joke is that the French weren't really known for surrendering until World War II, and then the meme culture decided to latch onto that and call the French cowards, even though they have a rich history of warfare.
The age of consent in France is 15.
I don't think I've ever heard of any kind of like abuse or like sexual like case that you're talking about regarding the French, because I thought French were really bad at grooming. I didn't think it was very common. Yeah.
As soon as you said that, it just like cut you off for me.
I
When
still,
did
I
not hear
still
it,
know
it's
he
like-
said grooming though, so it
it like censored it
landed.
for me, but it was hilarious.
Now my next autistic thought is just, you will pretend to have a penis, holds up a baguette and starts beating her with it.
We're gonna get to the point when Connor's like, oh man, my autistic thought was,
I try to wink too.
I keep looking at these fucking feminism and fucking gender scholars and shit, and I'm just like, okay, sex offender, sex offender, sex offender, sex offender, sex offender. I'm like, what the
dude,
fuck?
watch What Is a Woman. It is the best documentary.
Baby,
have.
So
I wanna
good,
watch it.
dude.
I want to watch it, but however, France had just moved up their age of consent to 15 in 2021.
No, it was in
Good for
1945.
them.
It was in 1945. It was originally 13 until 45.
Meanwhile, Japan over here. Damn, bro, what the fuck?
It was like the fact that it was 13 to begin with is fucking vile. But
Nani the fuck?
like, Jesus fucking Christ. So, anybody else got some fucked up?
Meanwhile,
history?
some random island. Meanwhile, some random island off in the middle of nowhere with 8-year-olds. What's the deal?
Why is everyone so mad?
Stairs in Epstein.
Did you know he didn't kill himself?
What's up? What's up, Philly? What you got?
I'd like to bring up the genocide that no one's heard about.
Is it the Armenian genocide?
No.
System of a Down.
Is it the genocide of my mental health?
Let him fucking
The
speak to us!
genocide of the Rwandan Revolution.
Oh,
Wakanda forever. E Bombay.
So
Rwanda.
the biggest country in the continent of Africa, Congo, right? The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is resource-wise, it is the richest country in the world as far as untapped resources go. 26 trillion in gold, uranium, coal, all untapped. But even though it has $26 trillion worth of resources, the Congo is one of the poorest stated countries currently in the world. And the reason is because of their neighbor, Rwanda. Alright? And this is where the genocide comes in. So, Rwanda was owned by Belgium. It was a Belgium settlement for a while. And when the Belgians took over the Congo, Rwanda, there were two people, right? There were the Tutsi and there were the Hutu. The Hutu made up 85% of Rwandan population. The Tutsi were only about 15% of the population, right?
Well, Connor's about to have an aneurysm.
Yeah. They appointed the Tutsi as like the ruling people, right? Gave them education, food, right? Kind of upbringing, and appointed them leaders over Rwanda. The Hutu then rebelled, right? Later in
If you're laughing at a Hawk 2 joke, just
30s.
fucking stop.
No, it's just the names for it are so
Tutsis and Hutus.
Because
Yeah.
all I picture is just, you will bow down before the Tutsi.
It's that movie
Their
with
flags
Dennis
just
Hopper as,
feet.
yeah.
And then
Speaking of
just,
trans, it's the Tootsie movie with Dennis Hopper as like a trans person.
And then I'm just picturing the rebellion group. You will fall before a rebellion of the Hutu.
There's like an English speaker over here, like,
The Hutu spit on that thing.
Have you ever listened to that band, Hutu?
I kept thinking the same thing too, as well.
Matt, the worst part is I was thinking of that, but I was like, no, I've made too many Hawk Tuah jokes. I'll stop, for Ben's sake. And then you did it.
Well, the one thing I do know about Rwanda is there's a hotel there of some sort.
Rwanda,
Let's go.
Rwanda,
Yeah.
Wakanda. That's where I found the Fonda.
Let's see, 1959 to 1961, right? The Rwandan Revolution. The Hutu actually rebelled against the government, and they killed. It was in between 800,000 and 1 million Tutsi peoples, right? A massive number, right? And it's not even talked about, like in today's society, that 1 million people were slain. The Hutus took over, right? Started going through. Took them a couple years. After the genocide, the Tutsi regained control of Rwanda, right? And all of the Hutu that had initially held after the rebellion fled west into the Congo, right? And this is where the Congo ends up losing their stuff, right? After the genocide, the Tutsi vowed to kill off the Hutu, right? Essentially get even, get back for the genocide because there was no justice that was brought to it. So even though the Congo had nothing to do with it, right? Because of all the Hutu that fled, the Tutsi in the last 10, 20, 30 years continue to invade the Congo and just kill whoever in the name of ridding the Hutu. So they're just out here massacring people in response to the genocide, causing another and ruining the Congo.
So it's
And no one wants to talk
so
about
it's
it.
genocide the long way.
The long way.
I was gonna say, so they searched for whoever they could find?
I'm telling you.
Actually,
then
it's
they-
whom? It's whom too.
And they'd be like, time to step on some Tootsies.
They make such good little
Fuck
tiny
off.
chocolate though. The Tootsie Pop things, those are great.
I'm
Tootsie
sorry.
Roll.
Sorry, I keep laughing, Phil. It's just so simple-minded. Like for some
I
reason, just
laughed the
hearing
first time I
the-
read through this. The Tutsi and the Hutu.
Nice,
Someone
man.
was real creative there.
I know.
Could you imagine?
I mean, it probably has like ancestral meaning, but like, or
Yeah,
they
like
just
can you
didn't
imagine
think-
like
didn't-
Afrikaans?
They didn't think too long on the name.
And like
Wait.
Afrikaans, like Tutsi, like means like beheaders, and like the other one just means like like child murderers or something. And we're all just like,
Mr. Hutu, how many licks does it take to stop the Tutsi from oppressing us? Let's find out.
1 million.
1 to 2 million.
Million.
Fucking got him, dude. Connor's just over there losing his shit.
I hate it because it's the same energy as saying duty. That's
I looked it up.
the Tutsis.
The Tutsis are the African Great Lakes region people. It's an ethnic group. They're also called and referred to as the Watutsis, the Watutsis,
The Watusies.
Watutsi, and Abatutsis.
Oh yeah, they were fucking the millennials for Rwanda, dude, way back in the day.
Ow, my Watusi.
fucking done. I'm fucking done.
Guys, we should make a movie about the Watusis.
There's probably
White
actually
people everywhere are just gonna laugh about it.
Man, we just needed to find that Watusi Tussie. You know what I'm saying?
Grab her by the Watusi.
Auslander.
Fucking
Yeah.
grab her by the Watusi.
Phil, I fucking hate you now.
Bro, I just imagine these guys have been suffering a great deal throughout the entirety of their lives and like for like ever now, right? And we're just over here like their name is funny.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
like,
love it.
the village finally got enough money to put together a Spotify. I'm gonna pick a random podcast, and it's this episode, and they're like, why?
Tootsie, ya, nata.
They're gonna
They
get
just
you
like
back. Oh my
randomly
God.
understand all of English too, like
The Americans are bringing light to the revolution and the genocide. You're like, let's look at it. Tootsie.
What
I
to
mean,
see spit on that thing?
let's be honest. Their plight is terrible. However,
Yes.
Phil is bringing light to this terribleness,
Yeah.
like System of a Down with the Armenian genocide.
Yep.
By the way, I once worked for a lady who she was from Azerbaijan, and I played System.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck, I don't care. If they're assholes, they're fucking genocidal idiots. Anyway, I literally just sat there and played System of a Down the entire time I was at a house.
Fair.
And I was like, yo, how do you feel about System of a Down? She's like, I think they're a great band. It's like, you know, they're Armenian? She goes, never mind. Like, what's it say? Like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god, how did you not know?
I love this.
I'm trying to think of any other bits of fucked up history I had, because it turns out I actually was thinking about Eddie Money before you mentioned it, but he definitely
John
counts.
John Money.
John Money, sorry. Why did I think of
Eddie
this?
Money's a different person altogether.
I don't
He
know
might be
why.
fucked up. We don't know.
Eddie might have more money.
Shut the fuck up.
He's got a point.
Technically, I could talk about the dude who did the Monster Project, but I've already talked about
Technically,
that before.
you could.
Technically, you could.
I have talked about it on the podcast.
But literally,
though.
you also can. Literally, you also can. Because you always say technically when you mean literally.
Yeah. All right, hold up. Let me at least find the name of the guy.
If John Money was
fuck?
Eddie Money, that song 2 Tickets to Paradise would have a whole new meaning.
Oh God.
It's just a flight to Epstein's Island.
Two
2
tickets.
tickets to a pair of thighs.
No,
Okay.
2 tickets to pair with guys.
Okay, so it turns out that I was trying to look it up. I think I might have gotten the name of it wrong, because the only thing that's coming up is apparently a shitty horror movie from like 2017.
Called.
The Monster Project.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay,
When
I
he,
guess
as
I
soon
don't
as he said that, I was like waiting for him to be like, apparently the FBI's coming for me. Like, I was waiting for that.
Why do I hear Black Hawk helicopter?
They just have a gun to beat. Any last words?
You're just
Spit on that thing.
You're just lucky because the Black Hawk helicopter coming to you crashed into a plane full of figure skaters.
Black Hawk 2.
Dude, the fucking like, newscast, like, I gotta get political for 2 seconds because it's the funniest shit. Like, the news people asked Trump, like, are you gonna go visit the site? And he's like, it's on the water! What?
Why would I do that?
It's like,
Mr. President, be like, do you need a boat? Obviously.
you didn't no, I'm gonna walk on fucking water!
See, do I like Trump? No. But do I agree that he at least keeps it real? Yes.
Bro.
He just fucking rolls out there in a fucking gondola or some shit just to fucking appease everybody.
When the moon hits
I
your
don't know
eye
Italian.
like a big pizza pie, that's huge.
That's a pizza.
Oh, by the way, Philly Connor is amazing at voices, but he's too fucking
love
lazy
it.
to do anything with it.
I agreed. It's the autism.
I mean,
Nope, that's not a crutch. He's just a little bitch. That's all he is.
oh, I thought he
Generally-
was saying my voice was good because I have autism.
No,
No,
channel,
the talent, but the lack of drive.
No, yeah.
No,
I
channel.
played this entire fucking Discord.
No, channel your fucking autism
I
and
could
be
go be
better.
a voice actor, but deep dive into the history of trains.
Training day.
Yeah.
King
but
Kong
anyway,
ain't got shit on me.
Oh, yeah. So, I was gonna continue if you don't
Go
mind.
for it. Go for it. No.
Okay, so the Monster Project I'm thinking of, not the 2017 movie, was basically a project where some Dr. Douchebag, in a sense, was basically just like, I wonder if you can cure a stutter or force a stutter. 4 control groups, I don't know why I held up 4. 4 control groups were grabbed. First was a group of kids who talk normally, no issue. And they would basically be told, when they would be talked to, that, hey, you talk great, there's no issue, you're perfect, you're a smart, you're a fart smeller and a smart fella. The second group was a group of kids that had a stutter, but they would be told the same thing, that it's okay to stutter, you'll grow out of it, you'll get better, it's okay. The third group was a group of kids who were fine and did not have a stutter, but were basically told, holy fuck, bud, you can't fucking talk. Jesus fucking titty fucking cries, bud. Give your vocal cords a tug, you tit fucker. Basically, they were insulted the whole time and said, yeah, you're starting to stutter. You're a fucking twat, basically. And And the fourth group was a group of kids who did stutter. So just think like 15 different little Daltons running around with little hands. I love you.
And they were told they were pieces of shit to you.
Yeah, they were basically told, yeah, you're never growing out of your stutter, kid. You're fucked. Like, Jesus. Like, they were literally told, today, Junior. So,
Bro,
the
me
point
in 8th grade, got it.
So basically, the point of the study was to try and prove, like I said, can you cure a stutter with reinforcement? And can you cause a stutter with reinforcement? And you will not believe what the evidence showed.
Yes.
Nothing.
Inconclusive.
Basically, yeah, inconclusive. Basically, what they figured out is nothing. Like, you can't fix a stutter by, like, positive reinforcement, and you can't force a stutter with negative. Like, you can't do all that stuff. All they ended up doing was basically just causing mental issues for the kids, because it got to a point where either kids just didn't do anything, or kids were so scared to speak that they thought if they speak, someone would just come out of nowhere and just like, damn it, this kid's stuttering!
Bro,
Hell yeah.
could you imagine a parent who's like, oh, this might help my son who has a stutter? And then they put him in the study, and then afterwards becomes a fucking wreck of a person.
Dude,
That's
Like-
what happened. The worst, I don't know if there was any suicides. I pray there wasn't, but the worst case they heard of was that one girl was so traumatized and miserable from it, she just ran away and was never seen again because she just could not handle it.
She's in the woods with a stutter.
Yeah.
The one I can think of, there's actually a pretty
I wasn't
decent
done
movie.
yet.
Okay, my bad.
Sorry.
Continue.
Can I finish?
Can I
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Okay, finish.
Can I finish? No. But yeah. Actually, I was technically finished. That was basically the end of it, but sadly, the dude who like did the project never faced any like charges or bad things from it. Basically,
Neither did Dr. Money.
I know, which I hate the most. Like,
Hang on. Dr. Money got Parkinson's. That shit sucked.
Yeah, but he never had any legal stuff happen to him.
There was no fucking retribution.
He would
on
have
the
had
legality
Parkinson's
side.
even if he didn't do anything bad.
He's the kind of person who still has Parkinson's in hell to make it that much more of a hell.
Yeah, right.
I just like to picture. There's a giant like rock dildo with spikes on it, and it's basically just saying, "For Dr. Money, yes, right this way, please."
It's just like all I imagine is like the little Nicky. He's like, "Oh, Dr. Money, it's your time. It's your time today." And like they shove a pineapple up his ass, like Hitler from the little Nicky.
You about to be in debt, bitch.
I already am in debt, bitch.
They changed his name from Dr. Money to Dr.
Debt.
Bitch.
Dr. No Money.
My father-in-law, his,
Dr. Money.
I guess, girlfriend's mom or something like that, however it works out. She has Parkinson's, kind of comes and stays with her daughter because she's not quite in assisted living yet, right? But needs help.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was talking to him, and he was trying to explain it, like what it is. And he was like, "It's not constant." He goes, "But when it happens, you can hand her a cup of milk, and she'll make you a milkshake."
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, "That's crazy."
Man, that's as bad as Michael J. Fox in an epilepsy board trying to turn on the light.
So, man, why did I think of this? Oh my God, I'm a horrible person.
Yeah,
Michael
we know
J.
that.
Fox getting drafted to do open heart surgery.
Because that's
Bro,
how
it's
they
like-
get surgeons.
That's like Philip when he was like, "Yeah, no, I've got like the early signs of like Parkinson's." It's like if you go in for a handshake, I may end up giving you a hand job. I was like, leave it to Philip, man, just to be that guy to do that.
He's a ray of
That's
sunshine.
part is-
I told him he hadn't proposed to his girl yet. I was like, "But you're getting Parkinson's, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "She's pushing you to propose, isn't she?" He's like, "Well, it's been a couple years." I was like, "She ain't gonna find anyone." I was like, you got it built in.
Built-in vibrator, man. Like they've been together for 8 years.
You're a woman's best friend. What do you mean?
Dude,
Secret art.
I think
Parkinson's.
Phil might be a fantastic collab partner for the benefit stream whenever we get that shit kicked off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever we do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is a streamer too, so we're gonna do a benefit stream for Parkinson's disease
Yep.
because Ben's grandma had Parkinson's well up into her 90s.
No. She was in her 80s, but she was diagnosed with Parkinson's and fought it for 25 fucking years, being a real estate agent and all sorts of shit, building herself back up from the ground up. And right up until a few months before her passing, you would see her doing chin-ups in the fucking bathroom to maintain her mobility. Like,
She played Guitar Hero.
She played
videos.
with the PS2 controller.
But she still played Guitar Hero.
Yeah, and she was good. So, yeah.
So, with this benefit stream, are we going to make a conscious effort to get sponsored by the Shake Weight? Seems like a missed opportunity.
100%. 100%.
Oh my god!
This is expert move for the Parkinson's boys.
Yeah, welcome to the Momentum Moron stream. Our guest, Philly. Yeah!
Bro, that fucking South Park one where they're doing it, it's
Just whenever you need, whenever someone says they need to get their steps in, you just put it on the. Man, you went really far today. Like, yeah, totally did.
yeah, I gave it to my grandma as Parkinson's.
Version 1.0 gives you cab fare. Version 2.0 sends you an Uber card. Like, fuck.
That's fucked. That's hilarious. I would love to get sponsored by something, but we would have to probably change what we. I would love to get sponsored by Bad Dragon dildos. I have been trying for a year. I have been actively emailing them and everything.
I watched this dude named Mr. Gigi on YouTube who does disturbing movie reviews and stuff. And he was covering a Seed of Chucky, and he was getting to that part where Chucky's jerking off. He's like, so I tried to ask my sponsors who would mind being an ad right after Chucky jerking off, and nobody said yes except for Fleshlight. And he pulled up one that got sent. He's like, so here it is, and well, now the only way to test it is give you the cream review. And then comes back later so I can't show it to you anymore, but 10 out of 10. I was like, that's a good ad.
I've got a couple of companies that might throw something our way. I don't know. That I might have to show them one of our more nerdy things to get them on board.
I'm not pandering to shit. If they don't want to support us as is, I ain't pandering. That ain't fucking me, dog. Y'all can get it. Y'all can get a new diversity hire.
That's not what I'm fucking saying.
I know. Don't call me dumb, motherfucker. I'm just stating a fact. I'm letting y'all know where I stand. I'm not saying you're gonna do it. I know y'all won't do it. I'm just saying I don't give a fuck.
He's fine with being called a bitch, but he ain't a dumb bitch.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh gosh. So would y'all say this is about it or what?
I mean, I still have an experiment, but we had to go on fucking 10,000 tangents, but we can move on. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Ah, shit. We can hold on to it for later, because, I mean,
Fuck.
Conspiracy theories are a dime a dozen. Let's fucking go.
This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is fucked up history, though, so I'll just wait for the next one.
Yeah, fucked up history, too. Oh, it's segments. It's segments. But anyways, so... What?
Speed run the thing.
Really fast. No, I'm not going to speed run it.
Speed run!
I meant Matt. Speed run what he wants to talk about.
Oh, yeah. No, he doesn't want to speed run it. Alright, so... If you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints, or you would like to be a guest on the podcast, and hit us up at momentummorons@gmail.com. If on the offhand chance you would like to support this fucked up venture of fuckwits directly, then you have 3 ways of doing it. You've got the Ko-Fi, you've got the Spotify for podcasters, you've also got Patreon. Eventually, there's going to be some server shit up on the Patreon. I know this shit's been long in the tooth, but shit's been going on. Okay, I got shit going on. Lots of things. Good things.
Dingleberry's worth.
Motherfucker.
At least 3.
At least 20.
We are also streaming on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturday. Our boy fucking Philly over here. What's your schedule, bud?
I stream almost every day. Weekdays, it's during the afternoons. Start about 7 p.m. Central. Weekends, it's sporadic throughout the day. You can catch me at most hours on there doing something.
What's your fucking what's your tag, bud?
Yeah,
what's your tag?
Twitch. ITS _big_text.
Thoughts, yeah.
Big text on all platforms.
Shout out to the fucking Goblin Hole, episode 9. We got our very own Matthew guest starring on there, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. I loved it.
It was
Every
a
bit of
funny
it.
episode.
It was a funny fucking episode. Shout out to the Odd Fun guy. But anyways, we are Memento Morons. Remember, we're morons. The podcast for the motherfucking outcast. Over and out.
By the way, I sent Bad Dragon an email saying that I would really like to hope to talk to you guys about sponsoring us. I'm Memento Morons. Here's our stuff, and I said to the best of lube with you, Golden Slate and Memento Morons.
Yeah.
A Diddy's amount of lube to you, sir.